Welcome to EPG Pathshala. Today I will be discussing about socio-economic aspects of water. The learning objectives are water as a social and an economic resource, different socio-economic aspects of water, water and sustainable development, socio-economic crisis due to water. Water has always played a fundamental role in the human society. Regardless of language and culture, all humans share this basic need which is essential for their survival. All great civilization of human history flourished along with rivers. Water contributes human well-being directly through social, cultural and recreational uses. It also affects society indirectly to grow irrigated crops for the industries which transport, process and market the different resulting agro-food and agrochemical products. Water as a social and an economic resource. Consideration of water as a social resource implies that its accessibility should support social well-being both at individual and collective levels. Water contributes to welfare in several ways such as in health through serving clean drinking water, irrigation for agriculture and industries like hydroelectric power. The supply of clean and good quality water is essential for protection from diseases, improves health and to ensure better human survival. Therefore, water resources availability or lack of it is linked to social progress. Economic prosperity and social well-being are both strongly dependent, either directly or indirectly, on water quality and availability. In 1992, the Dublin Water Principle claimed water as an economic good for the first time in the UN setting. Water is a component of all stages of human economic activity from the beginnings of the Industrial Revolution was predicated on water power and a regular water supply for industrial processing, and today the location of nuclear power plants is in part a function of water for cooling processes. Water has an economic value and should be recognized as an economic good. Water resources are important to economic development as water is essential to the production of agricultural goods and services. A lack of water may restrict economic activity. The different socio-economic aspects of water are water as a basic domestic commodity, water and jobs, water and health aspect, agriculture production, industrial production, energy production, water as an element of psychological welfare. So let's discuss all these aspects one by one. First, water as a basic domestic commodity. Domestic sector accounts for 10% of total water use. Water requirement in homes is associated for production of meals, personal hygiene and recreation. The availability and management of safe drinking water is a primary concern of society. Globally, domestic water use alone has grown on average by 2.2% every year for the last 60 years. The availability of water in Indian cities varies with socio-economic groups and areas. Households with income below rupees 3,000 a month suffer a lot. About 72% of such households in these cities lack sufficient water. Water and jobs. Water is an essential component of national and local economies and is needed to create and maintain jobs across all sectors of the economy. According to the United Nations World Water Development Report 2016, half of the global workforce is employed in 8 water and natural resource dependent industries. These are agriculture, forestry, fisheries, energy, resource intensive manufacturing, recycling, building and transport. Water jobs are the direct jobs in the water sectors, which are mainly comprised of number 1, water resource management, including integrated water resource management and ecosystem restoration and remediation, building and managing water infrastructure, and the provision of water related services, which includes water supply, sewerage, waste management and remediation activities. It is further estimated that 1.2 billion jobs or 36% of the world's total active workforce are moderately water dependent. If we see the water and health aspect, drinking water quality is of great significance in relation to the public health. Health problems in India are dependent on water quality. Today, as most of the Indian towns and cities do not have access to safe drinking water. As per World Health Organization, worldwide in 2012, an estimated 8,71,000 deaths were caused by contamination of drinking water, water bodies and soil, inadequate with washing facilities, and by practices resulting from inappropriate or inadequate services. In case of agriculture production, globally, the major use of water is in the agricultural sector, which accounting for 70% of water withdrawals worldwide. Water is the main factor in the production of agricultural products, which contributes to the national income. In developing countries whose income mainly depends on agricultural products, water use in agriculture can occupy up to 90% of all water withdrawals. On the other hand, in the rich countries, water use in agriculture plays an insignificant role in the economy, as it can be seen that the water use in agriculture takes the second largest share of water use, because the high income countries mostly relies on the industrial sector and technology. So, new investments in irrigation, infrastructure and improved water management can minimize the impact of water scarcity and partially meet water demand for food production. In case of industrial production, industries use water in many ways, such as raw material and for cooling. It is estimated that 15% of worldwide water use is industrial. Major industrial users include power plants, which use water for cooling or as a power source in hydroelectric plants, ore and oil refineries, which use water in chemical processes, and manufacturing plants, which use water as a solvent. So, industry and energy together accounts for 20% of water demand. In more developed countries, have a much larger proportion of fresh water withdrawal for industry than less developed countries, where agriculture dominates. Balancing the requirements of sustainability against the conventional view of industrial mass production creates a number of confusions for industry. One of the biggest is globalization and how to spread the benefit of industrialization worldwide and without unsustainable impact on water and other natural resources. Same for energy production, water power or hydropower furnishes about 7% of the world's commercial energy. And energy production is generally water intensive. In case of hydroelectric power is an important source of clean energy. It provides approximately 20% of total electric production worldwide and brings notable income and environmental benefits. Study found that water is preferred by people in a relaxed or happy mood, followed by those who are stressed. This indicates that water is a favorite place to spend relaxation time and for recreational activity in addition to its restorative effects from everyday stress. So all these are different socio-economic aspects related to water. If we see, water is at the core of sustainable development and is critical for socio-economic development, healthy ecosystem and for the human survival. Water is a key driver of sustainable growth and poverty alleviation as an input to almost all production in agriculture, industry, energy, transport by healthy people in healthy ecosystems. Lack of water means poverty, and poverty means lack of capability to assess basic necessities of life and live with dignity. Therefore, water can play a key enabling role in strengthening the resilience of social, economic and environmental systems in the light of rapid and unpredictable changes. In India, the right to water has been protected as a fundamental human right by the Indian Supreme Court as part of the right to life guaranteed under Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. The human right to water entitles everyone to sufficient, safe, acceptable, physically accessible and affordable water for personal and domestic uses. The right to water is also necessary for the enjoyment of other human rights including the right to life and human dignity, the right to health, the right to adequate food, the right to adequate housing and the right to development and the right to a healthy environment. There are also different socio-economic crises due to water. Some of them are water security, floods, natural and anthropogenic contamination of water resources and interstate water disputes in India. Due to rapid increase in population, the need to meet the increasing demand of irrigation and human consumption, the available water resources are getting depleted and the water quality has deteriorated. The likely impact of climate change and increased urbanization will result in the increase of the share of global water use to satisfy urban demand and will make water security for urban population even more difficult and costly to achieve. The floods cause economic losses due to damages to assets, property and housing as well as environmental loss. This has caused people to migrate from their native villages, temporarily or permanently, as they lose their occupations or experience a disruption in carrying out their economic activities. Flooding, which is a common trend in the perennial rivers, especially in the North Indian plains like North Bihar plain, Assam plain, all these destroys the crop cultivation and damages the settlements and other economic activities in the region. Along with this, with the rapid industrialization and increasing use of fertilizers and pesticides, the quality of surface and groundwater resources is deteriorating. Water as an environmental resource is regenerative in the sense that it could absorb pollution load up to certain levels without affecting its quality. But because of the dumping of the industrial effluents, municipal solid waste disposal, this affects the quality of rivers like Ganga and Yamuna and causes damage to aquatic biomes, which ultimately affects the fish production and crop production. Along with this, poisonous water leads to the death of people who use this river water for various livelihood purposes like drinking, washing and agriculture. Some socio-economic crises associated with water include the interstate water disputes in India, the competition for water between water users and water users increases the risk of localized conflicts and continued inequalities in access to services with significant impacts on the local economies and human well-being. The disputes between two states and two nations are hampering the economy. Numerous interstate river water disputes have erupted since independence. Some of the water disputes that are ongoing now include the Mahadayi water dispute among Goa, Karnataka and Maharashtra, the Vasundhara water dispute between Odisha and Andhra Pradesh, the Krishna water dispute involving Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, the Kaveri water dispute and the Ravi Bees dispute involving Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and Himachal Pradesh. All these interstate disputes affect the economy and society dramatically. Besides all these crises, the likely impact of climate change on water resources could be in the form of decline in the glaciers and the snowfields in the Himalayas, increased drought-like situation due to overall decrease in the number of rainy days in many parts of the country, increased flood events due to overall increase in the rainy day intensity, effect on groundwater quality in alluvial aquifers due to increased flood and drought events, influence on groundwater recharge due to changes in precipitation and evapotranspiration, increased saline intrusion of coastal and island aquifers due to rising sea level. The problem faced by the water sector is that prices and tariffs are almost universally below the full cost of supply. This means that almost everywhere there are large inefficiencies in the water sector and that water prices need to be raised. According to the World Bank, the objectives of fair water pricing are to seek revenue to pay for the operations and maintenance of water availability, to improve water use efficiency and to recover the full cost of water pumping and treatment, since water bills typically represent a small proportion of income. So, after discussing all socio-economic aspects of water in detail, we can conclude that water is the most critical natural resource which is needed for the basic need of human society for their survival on this earth, and it is important for the socio-economic development of a country. The various socio-economic issues are important issues are availability of safe drinking water, water contamination and health, interstate river disputes and climate change. So, efficient, equitable and sustainable allocation of water resources is essential for the development of a country. Thank you.